we've worked on it a lot in practice. Like, last 2 weeks, pretty much it's all we've been working on is our movement, controlling the ball, being able to move it from one side of the field to the other, kind of just movement patterns that we have to do. And they did an outstanding job of it this tournament. I mean, the first couple games, it was just like moving the ball from side to side. Like it looked like professional out there. They were doing awesome. They weren't selfish. They were just moving the ball around, and it was phenomenal. We worked on set pieces 2 or 3 days, just working on making sure that we get good runs to the posts and just that we crash and go 100%. And I think when Brian lined up for the one, that he saw there was a gap, so he kind of hit it low right between the gap, and Carson, I think, was able to run on and just tip it with his toe right around the goalies.
In each one, I mean, we just had a breakdown defense, just a mind lapse. They took advantage of it. Warrenton's definitely been good as far as that's concerned. Whenever it comes to the capitalizing on the errors. We got lucky last year whenever we played them in the first game of the in the game of the tournament. We took some bad bounces in the second game last year, so it is what it is at this point.
Anytime you get a goal, it's huge. It doesn't matter to me when it is. It's just getting a goal is great. And in that scenario with time running down, just to get it and make a great turn and put a lot of power on it to the top corner, it was awesome. Kids are celebrating a lot.
I'm injured, right? My ankle is just totally messed up. I have a cleat mark all the way down my leg. Brian passes me the ball, I turn and I just rip it. I didn't even look or anything. I just hit it. I was so glad that went in though.
I mean, I think a lot of the guys were talking to him, that there was time sticking down, and once the ball was passed to him, they're like, turn and shoot, turn and hit. And he did a great job with it. We didn't allow a goal in the tournament, so that speaks volumes for our defense. And Owen back there in goal just played great. He had, I think Owen in the Elsberry game had 2 huge saves where they came and broke in one-on-one with him, and he made the save. And he's been playing outstanding so far. And just our defense not really allowing opportunities. If you can limit the opportunities, you're not going to give up goals. So defense and Owen doing a great job back there.
Definitely, whenever we played against Elsberry and Liberty Christian, we had a great team effort. Whenever it came to passing, whenever it came to goals. Against Liberty Christian, we did have 3 guys score their first goals for varsity. In the fact that we had a junior and then a couple of freshmen that scored their first goals. So it's one of those things. I'm happy for those guys. I love that we were able to do it. Then we had Andrew Reynolds step up in the first game against Elsberry. He put 2 in, and then Keegan added the third to give us to seal the deal on that one. Definitely, we definitely are a young team. We're definitely, as far as size goes, we're not as big as these other guys. A couple of the freshmen though, they're not backing down from these bigger guys, and that's what I like to see, because once we can get them in the weight room, once we get them working out, things like that, then we're going to see a better outcome on it. So unfortunately, we were just on the wrong side of it today.
Well, we moved the ball for the most part when we got a chance to. We're still learning. I think these boys are better than they actually think they are, and they're not showing it right now. I don't think that either one of the teams that we played were 8 goals better than us, but we, for some weird reason, we just can't figure out what it's going to take. So we're going to work on that this week and get ready for the next week. No, because even the bigger Christian schools that we face, like I said, we're getting ready to jump into CFS tournament here in a couple weeks. They're the same. They can compete with any team that we've faced so far. They're very good. They're very talented, but they're also very big. We're not. We're still small. We're still learning, but we just got to learn how to trust each other and work harder on doing our jobs. I mean, if for us not to settle a ball in the middle when it's right at our feet, and then we give it away. I mean, those are those things we've got to work on. It is a big transition, but most of the things that we work on are game-related situations, like give and goes and stuff like that. But like I said, we're still missing a couple of key issues on our trusting part, and I think we'll be fine. We just got to get more touches in and during practice, and get my younger players stronger because, like I said, we're still really young with 2 seniors or 3 seniors, 1 junior, and the rest freshmen and sophomores and 8th graders. We're building for the future, but also trying to compete as much as we can now. So we'll get there.